Black and white, fast and fierce. Zebras are more than just striped horses. They've roamed Africa for millions of years, evading predators, migrating across vast plains, and amazing scientists with their hidden secrets. Let's dive into the wild world of zebras and the dangers that lurk around them. Did you know that zebras, horses, and donkeys all evolved from a common ancestor called Equidae about 4 to 4.5 million years ago? They originated in North America and later spread across Asia and Africa. But here's the twist. Horses were tamed, zebras never. Scientists are still puzzled. Why are zebras so wild at heart? Have you ever wondered about those unique black and white stripes on their bodies? They help zebras recognize each other because every pattern is as unique as a human fingerprint. Zebras live across a wide range of habitats in Africa, from grassy savannas to dry semi-deserts. They often share the land with elephants, giraffes, wildebeest, and more. But don't let their peaceful surroundings fool you. Life in the wild is a daily survival game. Zebras are social animals. They live in tight-knit herds led by a dominant stallion and a group of mares. They stick together not just for companionship, but for safety. One of nature's greatest spectacles? The Great Migration, where thousands of zebras join hundreds of thousands of wildebeests, traveling up to 800 kilometers across the Serengeti and Masai Mara. They move together in search of fresh grass and water, creating a breathtaking, thundering river of life. Male zebras often fight viciously to protect their group or gain mating rights. A zebra pregnancy lasts about 12 to 13 months. During this time, the male stays close, protecting the female and her unborn foal from predators and rival males. A zebra mother gives birth to a single foal, which can stand and walk within just 20 minutes of being born. The newborn quickly learns to follow the herd, recognize its mother by scent and sound, and stay alert to danger. In the wild, a zebra can live up to 20 to 30 years if it's lucky enough to escape predators. Zebras must drink water every day, and during dry seasons, they may travel over 20 kilometers in a single day just to find it. Zebras are grazers. They eat mostly grass and help shape the African ecosystem. By moving and grazing, they create fresh growth, which supports many other animals. And because they eat lower quality grass, they make room for picky eaters like wildebeest. Ever seen a zebra rolling in the dirt? It's not just playing. They roll to cool off. cover their bodies in dust as a sunscreen, and remove parasites. Zebras do have a voice. Their calls sound like a mix of a bark and a bray, and each zebra's call is unique. In the African wild, danger can strike zebras at any moment. On land, they face skilled predators, especially lions, who hunt in groups, stalking silently before launching explosive ambushes. A lion can sprint up to 80 kilometers per hour for short bursts, faster than most zebras. But zebras have one huge advantage: endurance and unity. Hyenas are no less dangerous. Their teamwork is relentless. A single clan can consume up to 30 pounds of meat in minutes, tearing through a zebra with terrifying efficiency. And even after a zebra collapses from exhaustion or injury, vultures hover above, waiting to descend, turning any misstep into a feast. In the rivers, another predator lurks: crocodiles. These ancient reptiles lie perfectly still, blending into the murky water. In a single crossing, dozens of zebras may fall prey to waiting crocodiles. It's a high-stakes race, and only the strongest survive. When zebras cross during migration, crocodiles launch lightning-fast attacks, clamping their massive jaws shut with a force of over 3,000 pounds per square inch, enough to crush bone. Zebras have long been hunted, not just by predators, but by humans too. In the past, thousands were killed each year for their skins and trophies. Even today, illegal hunting still threatens some zebra populations. Luckily, conservation efforts are making a difference. Wildlife reserves and sanctuaries now protect these animals, and rescue teams have saved hundreds of injured zebras, nursing them back to life. But beyond survival, zebras are icons of African identity, seen in tribal art, folklore, and even modern tourism. Every year, over 2 million travelers visit countries like Kenya, Tanzania, and Namibia. Hey, cheese-loving! Ever wondered how your favorite Parmesan cheese goes from a cow in the countryside to a golden wheel aged to perfection? It all starts with early morning milking, straight from cows that help produce over 3.6 million wheels of Parmigiano Reggiano every year. That's more than 160,000 tons of cheese, crafted by hand and aged for up to 3 years in massive, temperature-controlled warehouses. In this video, we're going behind the scenes of the epic journey of the iconic wheels of cheese. The king of all hard cheeses, Parmesan cheese, or more accurately, Parmigiano Reggiano, is Italy's golden treasure. It has been around for over 700 years, and it can only be made in a handful of regions in northern Italy, like Parma, Reggio Emilia, and Modena, and using just 3 ingredients: raw cow's milk, rennet, and salt. That's it. Meaning only cheese made by strict traditional methods in specific areas can be called the real deal. Parmesan is so popular, as of 2017, about 3.6 million wheels, or 137,000 metric tons of Parmesan, are produced every year, and they use nearly 20% of all the milk produced in Italy. Each 38-kilogram wheel takes over 550 liters of milk and ages for at least 2 years. But some are matured for up to 90 months, or over 7 years, to become increasingly nutty, crumbly, and intense. Due to its production process and aging time, Parmesan can be one of the most expensive cheeses in the world. The rich, complex flavor of traditional Parmesan cheese doesn't start in the aging room. It begins with the cows. Specifically, 3 special breeds: the Italian Frisona, the Bruna Alpina, and the rare Heritage Reggiana red cow. These cows are raised with exceptional care on modern dairy farms in northern Italy, where animal welfare is top priority. Their barns are equipped with soft bedding, spacious resting areas, cooling fans, massage brushes, and even shower zones, all designed to reduce stress and keep the cows healthy and content. Some farms also combine indoor barns with outdoor pasture access, giving cows room to move freely and graze naturally. But comfort isn't the only secret behind high-quality milk. Their diet is carefully controlled and strictly regulated. These cows are fed a natural, nutritious mix of hay, fresh grass, cereals, and legumes, all locally grown and free from silage, fermented feeds, or animal byproducts. This clean, traditional feeding method is essential for producing the pure, high-fat milk needed to create Parmigiano Reggiano's unique taste and texture. When it's time for milking, these valuable dairy cows are gently guided to a dedicated milking area where modern technology takes center stage. In the automatic milking system, cows can walk in on their own whenever they're ready. The machine identifies each cow using sensors, cleans the udder, attaches the milking cups, and collects the milk, all without human intervention. In larger operations, you might find the rotary milking parlor, a circular moving platform where cows step into individual stalls. As the platform slowly rotates, trained staff or robotic arms clean and milk each cow. This system can milk hundreds of cows per hour with remarkable efficiency and consistency. Parmesan cheese is made using whole, unskimmed milk, which means maintaining strict hygiene during milking is absolutely essential. Once the milk is ready, it's carefully transported to the cheese factory in special stainless steel milk trucks. There, it's pumped into large storage vats and undergoes strict quality testing to ensure it's perfectly clean and safe. The fresh milk is then combined with a portion of starter milk from the previous day, a traditional method that helps develop the signature flavor of Parmesan. Then, calf rennet is added to trigger coagulation. As the milk begins to curdle, it forms a soft mass, which is gently stirred using a long-handled tool called a spino. Once the curds have formed, skilled workers use linen cloths to scoop out large chunks of curd and gather them into tight bundles. These bundles are then placed into round molds, often cut in half, to create 2 separate cheese wheels. The molds apply light pressure to shape the cheese and help it release excess whey. After molding, the cheeses are left to rest for a few days in a temperature-controlled resting room. After the cheese wheels have rested and taken shape, they're carefully removed from their molds and placed into a saltwater brine bath, where they soak for about 20 to 25 days. This slow salting process enhances flavor and helps preserve the cheese naturally. Once brining is complete, the wheels are moved to massive aging rooms lined with floor-to-ceiling wooden shelves, holding thousands of cheese wheels. Here, the Parmesan begins its long maturation journey. Each wheel is regularly flipped and brushed, often by robotic arms, about once a week to ensure even aging and prevent mold. Finally, after aging for a minimum of 12 months, and often 24 or even 36 months, the wheels are inspected and fire-branded with the iconic Parmigiano Reggiano mark, a symbol of authenticity and quality. Once the aging process is complete, the cheese is ready for packaging. Parmigiano Reggiano comes in many forms to suit different needs. Some wheels are sold whole or in halves, often for restaurants or specialty shops. Others are cut into wedges, slices, or cubes for everyday use. It's also shredded, grated, or packaged as crumbles, perfect for topping pasta or mixing into recipes. Each package is carefully sealed to preserve freshness and labeled to show its age and origin. Parmesan isn't just delicious, it's incredibly versatile. From being grated over pasta and risotto to enjoyed as a snack on its own, this hard-aged cheese brings a bold umami flavor, with hints of salt, nuttiness, and a touch of sharpness. Its granular texture makes it perfect for shaving, grating, or even simmering in soups and sauces to add depth. Even the rind can be repurposed. Toss it into broths, infuse it in olive oil, or broil it as a crunchy treat. And here's a fun fact. Parmesan is not only tasty, it's nutrient-rich. Just 30 grams provides about 50% of your daily calcium, along with a solid amount of protein. Plus, thanks to its long aging process, it's often well tolerated by people with lactose intolerance. Wild, fast, and nearly impossible to tame. Sounds like a wild animal, right? But in China, these fierce creatures are raised on farms, without fences. Each wild boar eats up to 5 kilograms of food a day, can roam for miles, and remembers food spots for over a year. smarter than some dogs. So how do they do it? Let's dive into China's untamed world of wild boar farming. The wild boar, the ancient ancestor of today's domestic pig, was first tamed nearly 9,000 years ago in the Middle East and China. Today, its descendants roam across Asia, Europe, North Africa, and even America. Known for their sharp memory, wild boars can remember paths and food sources as well as dogs or even chimpanzees. At first glance, wild boars might seem too fierce, too wild to raise. But in some parts of China, farmers have found a surprisingly natural and clever way to do just that. No crowded barns, no concrete pens. Many simply let the boars roam freely through nearby forests during the day, just like their ancestors did thousands of years ago. This method is known as semi-wild farming. The boars explore, dig, graze, and at sunset, they often return to their pens on their own. And the breeds? Farmers pick strong, healthy piglets, usually just a few months old and full of curiosity. These are special hybrids, part wild boar, part domestic pig. The mix keeps the rich, wild flavor of the meat while making the animals a bit easier to manage on the farm. When it comes to food, wild boars aren't picky, but they are well fed. One adult boar can eat up to 5 kilograms of food each day. That's like 50 apples. And their diet? Not just boring pig feed. They get fresh leaves, sweet potatoes, grains, even fruits. Thanks to their habit of digging through the soil for food, they help loosen the earth, trigger seed germination, and support the natural regeneration of the ecosystem. On some farms, their drinking water is infused with Chinese medicinal herbs, like astragalus or ginseng, to help boost immunity. Wild boars don't breed as easily as domestic pigs, but under the right conditions, one sow can give birth to 5 to 8 piglets per litter, sometimes even more. When wild boar piglets are born, they don't look anything like pigs. They have brown, yellow, and black stripes across their backs, just like tiny baby tigers. Those stripes help them blend in with leaves and grass, hiding from predators. After about 3 to 4 months, their fur darkens, and they start to look like their parents. Farmers also tag the piglets' ears to keep track, and, yep, the boys usually get castrated early on. It's for safety and tastier meat later. But don't be fooled. Even when raised on a farm, wild boars don't lose their wild side. They're smart, cautious, and very fast. Catching one when it's time to sell? That's a real battle. Some farmers even say it takes more skill to catch a wild boar than to raise one. But they keep doing it, not just for the profit, but for the pride. Because in these forests, raising wild boars isn't just farming. It's a tradition, a challenge, and, in a way, a dance between humans and nature. Now, let's explore the unique wild boar preparation process in China. First, the whole carcass is dipped into boiling water for a short time, just enough to loosen the coarse hair. Then comes the scraping, a careful, rhythmic task using knives or special tools to clean every inch of the thick hide. In many parts of China, roast wild boar is more than just a dish. It's a celebration. The process takes hours. The meat is slowly roasted over open flames, sometimes marinated with herbs and local spices. The result? A rich, smoky flavor and crispy skin that locals absolutely love, especially during festivals or family gatherings. But wild boar meat isn't just delicious, it's nutritious too. It's higher in protein, lower in fat, and richer in minerals like iron and zinc compared to regular pork. That's why many health-conscious eaters are turning to wild boar as a more natural source of meat. Beyond roasting, the meat is also stir-fried, stewed, or smoked in traditional dishes. Even the boar fat is treasured. And that's the story of China's wild boars. Fierce, smart, and surprisingly farmed. See you in the next wild adventure. Shrimp. Tiny, tasty, and surprisingly powerful. Did you know that shrimp is the most consumed seafood in the world, with over 9 million tons produced each year? From high-tech aquaculture systems to ultra-efficient factories, the journey of a shrimp is anything but simple. In this video, we'll dive deep into the modern shrimp industry, uncovering jaw-dropping facts, the journey from pond to factory, and the cutting-edge methods used to deliver fresh, clean, and delicious shrimp across the globe. Get ready for some incredible facts about one of the world's most popular seafoods. You probably already love shrimp for how tasty they are. But did you know these little ocean creatures are full of surprises too? There are over 2,000 species of shrimp around the world, rocking all sorts of colors and sizes depending on where they live, whether it's salty ocean waves or calm freshwater lakes. They're not picky eaters either. Shrimp are omnivores that snack on teeny-tiny plants and animals by filtering water or sifting through the seafloor like mini vacuum cleaners. And get this, their hearts are in their heads. Literally. Plus, they molt several times as they grow, shedding their old shells like they're constantly upgrading their wardrobe. Oh, and here's a health bonus. Shrimp are packed with selenium, a mineral that helps fight cancer. So yeah, shrimp are way cooler and healthier than you thought. Shrimp farming is big business in many parts of the world, especially in countries like Thailand, Vietnam, India, and Indonesia, where warm climates and coastal access make it ideal. One of the most popular and widely adopted farming models is the use of artificial pond farms combined with nursery rooms for baby shrimp or post-larvae. Modern shrimp farms are no longer just about digging ponds and tossing in feed. They're high-tech operations. First up is the water treatment system. This setup filters and recycles water to maintain optimal salinity, oxygen, and cleanliness, reducing disease risks and making the farm more eco-friendly. Then there's the LED lighting system, which helps mimic natural light cycles influencing shrimp feeding habits and stress levels, especially in indoor nurseries. And don't forget the monitoring buckets. These are high-tech tools placed in the ponds that collect data on shrimp size, movement, and even water conditions like temperature and pH. All this information gets sent to central software, so farm managers can make quick, informed decisions. One of the most innovative shrimp farming models today is the indoor tank system, and it's changing the game. This setup helps protect shrimp from harsh weather, predators, and diseases, leading to higher survival rates and better quality shrimp. It's especially popular in urban areas or places with limited natural water resources, and it's paving the way for more sustainable year-round shrimp production. In shrimp farming, one of the most important steps is checking the post-larvae, the tiny, delicate baby shrimp, before they're moved into the grow-out ponds. Farmers regularly scoop out a small sample of post-larvae from the nursery tanks to check their health, size, and activity levels. This helps ensure only the strongest and healthiest shrimp make it to the next stage. Once they're ready, the post-larvae are carefully transferred to larger outdoor ponds or tanks, either manually with buckets or using modern water transfer pipes, which significantly increase the survival rate of the shrimp. Typically, shrimp get a good 3 to 6 months of growing up before they're ready for the big debut, aka harvest time. One of the most common ways farmers catch these little swimmers is by dragging a huge, fine mesh net through the ponds or tanks, almost like scooping up a tasty treasure chest. Besides the classic net dragging, shrimp farmers use a few other clever ways to harvest their catch. Some farms use traps or even specialized pumps to gently collect shrimp without harming them. Once the shrimp are caught, they're quickly sent off to bustling markets or busy processing factories where they'll soon make their way to your plate. Once the shrimp arrive at the processing factory, it's not just a free pass to the dinner plate. They have to pass through some pretty tough quality checks first. From size sorting to checking for any imperfections or contaminants, these careful steps keep the shrimp top-notch before they're packed up and sent out. After passing the tough quality checks, the shrimp head to the next station, where skilled workers use quick, practiced hands to dehead them with impressive speed and precision. Then, the shrimp go through plate freezing, a super-fast chilling process that locks in freshness by freezing them in blocks. This makes it easier to store and transport these frozen shrimp slabs to processing plants that might be miles away. Once those frozen shrimp blocks arrive at the next processing plant, it's time to wake them up. The shrimp are defrosted in massive industrial water tanks, often with powerful water jets spraying over them to speed things up and separate the shrimp gently. After that, they hop onto conveyor belts and head straight to the manual sorting area, where skilled workers carefully inspect and sort each shrimp by size and quality, readying them for whatever comes next in their tasty adventure. After sorting, it's time for the shrimp to shed their suits, literally. They head into high-tech peeling machines designed to gently remove their shells. These machines use a clever combo of rollers, friction, and flowing water to slide the shells right off without damaging the shrimp. Once peeled, the shrimp get a thorough rinse to make sure they're clean and fresh. In some factories, the shrimp's journey doesn't stop after peeling. It's just getting started. These shrimp are sent down the line for further processing into ready-to-eat products like boiled or blanched shrimp. First, they're cooked quickly in hot water or steam, just enough to bring out that perfect pink color and keep the texture juicy. Then, they're rapidly cooled in icy water to stop the cooking process and lock in freshness. After that, the shrimp are portioned, lined up neatly, and sealed into bags using automated packing machines. It's precision work from start to finish, turning raw shrimp into convenient, high-quality products ready for markets around the world. Shrimp meat is loved around the world for its sweet, slightly briny flavor and firm, juicy texture. It's tender, but has just the right bite. Beyond taste, shrimp are also a powerhouse of nutrition that is packed with essential vitamin B12, iodine, selenium, and omega-3 fatty acids. Plus, they're relatively low in calories, making them a favorite in healthy diets. From sizzling street food stalls in Southeast Asia to elegant seafood platters in Europe and hearty gumbo in the southern U.S., shrimp are a global favorite. Served grilled, fried, steamed, or raw as sashimi. No matter the cuisine, shrimp always find a way to shine. So, what's your favorite way to enjoy them, shrimp lovers?